Hi all, good evening and welcome to my new video series Python for Beginners. My name is Prajwal Aluwalia and I have 4 years of industrial experience as a Python developer. So before joining in the IT sector, I have been fascinated with Python language since my second year of college. So give or take, I have been working and writing code in Python since past 7 years. Moving on, in this video series, we will be talking about the basics of Python so that by the end of this series, you will have good understanding of Python and you will be able to write a well structured code in Python as well. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's move on to our first topic, that is what is Python. So Python is a high level object oriented, interpreted and dynamically typed language. By high level language, I mean that Python is very close to human language than any other languages, or I will say than some of the languages out there. So if you see and check the syntax of Python, it is very clean and very readable as compared to some languages. Next, object oriented. By oriented, it means that Python always considers everything to be an object. Okay, but it also supports other type of programming, obviously. Next, interpreted language. So by interpreted, it means that Python always executes code line by line. So whenever you run a Python program, you will see that you will get stopped if there is an error in any of the line and the code will not execute further. So that is what interpreted means, that each of the line will be executed separately, and when one line is it's more of a top down approach. Okay, and whenever there is an error in any of the lines, the code execution will stop there and you will be given the error in the terminal. Okay, dynamically typed. So Python always determines variable types during the runtime. So whenever you are writing a code in Python, you can just provide a variable as like this. So you can just type a equals to variable. Okay, so whenever you run the code in which this particular code snippet is present, so when the code is running, Python will automatically understand that this variable is of string data type and it will execute it in that way. You might have seen in some other languages like Java, you need to determine a string variable like this, string a equals to variable. So variable over here is the content of the string, so don't get confused with it. And also in the Golang, you have to always write like this, where a equals to the variable. So you have to always provide the data type first before running the code. If you don't provide it, it will throw an error in different languages. This is for Java and this is for Go. But in Python, the case is totally different. You can just write the variable and address it with any variable like value that you want to provide, and when you are running the code, Python will automatically understand the variable type of that content of the variable and it will execute properly. So this is what dynamically typed means. Moving on, what are the applications of Python? So Python can be used in web development. So there are a few frameworks like Flask and Django that can be used to fulfill this need, the web development need. Okay. Next is software development. So Python has heavily backed a lot of companies and lot of their products as a suitable backend language. So like I have also worked with like multiple companies, so most of them have Python as the backend choice, like choice for a backend language. Next, scripting. So you can use Python for writing scripts for various purposes. So the scripts can be like one time runner or like automation scripts as well. Okay. Next, data science and machine learning and AI. So this is the most famous use for the Python, that is data science, machine learning, and AI. So basically Python is used over here because of its easy syntax, easy to learn syntax, and like less complex code as well. Okay, and apart from this you can also use Python as in, you know, testing. So there are some testing frameworks like PyTest which you can use. Then you can also use it in mobile development. Okay, you can also use it in image processing, and like there is also one more use here, like you can also use it in writing networking scripts. So this is a very interesting, to be honest, and actually I have been learning this from like not a long time, but yeah, this is also a very good thing. I will also try to include this if it seemed possible. Yeah, so this is about Python and its application. In the next video we can move forward with other topics of Python. Till then, have a good night and bye.